Hey, my name is Rohan Dhawan, and I want to thank you so much for downloading this free file about chatbots. Now, do not worry, this is not a sales video, just pure more educational content that you will get by watching this complete video. So, the file that you asked for can be downloaded by simply clicking a button that is given below. However, please wait, please do not click on that button yet. This video contains more educational content about chatbots that my dear friend Adit Jain from Chatteron will be sharing with you. So please watch this whole video till the end and learn more about this awesome new marketing technology called as chatbots. Now, there's one more thing. We actually have a community on Facebook. It's a Facebook group that contains other members who have similar goals like you, who are like minded and who want to expand their business using this technology called as chatbots. So, I request you to simply click the button given on top of this video in order to join the Facebook group for free. All you have to do is send a request, and me or other Jen or any one of the founders of this company will accept your request, and we will let you in, and you can interact with the community. So I wish you all the best, and now I'm passing on to my dear friend Adit, and he will talk to you more about chatbots. He will explain to you, and then after you are done watching the video, what you can do is click the button below, download your free file, and create your chatbot in less than 30 minutes. It's that simple, guys. Everything is for free. I wish you all the best. See you soon.
Guys, I'm Adit Jain. I want to talk about chatbots today, give you a brief introduction and tell you why are they so relevant right now. But before that, I'd like to, tell about me and my background and what I've been doing so that you find this relevant. So basically, I graduated from IIT Delhi in 2015, and since then, I've been working on a company called Chatteron, which is a bot development platform. Uh, we provide all kinds of tools and everything that is required for a developer to build chatbots. Throughout the journey of the past 1.5, 2 years, what I've understood, I have seen a lot of bots and a lot of bots which have been based on AI, which have not been based on AI, and I particularly know a thing or two about how to build them, and the best way we can, get them up off the ground. So to get this started, the first thing I want to take up is what are chatbots and why are they relevant right now. If you Google chatbots, the result says a chatbot is a computer program designed to simulate conversation with human users, especially over the internet. So that is what the Google answer says. Now, I find this definition, though it is theoretically correct, but it does not give you the whole picture. So my job is to give you the whole picture of chatbots, and that's why I'm here. So all kinds of chatbots are basically divided into two sections. One are those which are conversational in nature. The others are just simple forms or simple conversational flows or business flows that are there. So it depends from use case to use case what kind of a chatbot you want. But generally, the general trend right now is that most of the people are trying to go towards the AI based. I would warn you against that. Please don't do it just to be cool. Look at the functionality aspect first. So, what is a chatbot? Chatbot is something. So, imagine chatbots as a for chatbot for businesses as a chatbot having as a business having a personality, as the business actually being a person, and a consumer, a buyer of the product or service that the business has to offer, being a person just going over to the business and having a conversation, trying to understand about the product, trying to understand about the service, and then going ahead and buying the product. So currently all this interaction that takes place is happening over the internet through websites, apps, or mobile websites. And what is important is to understand that all of this needs to be translated into chatbots as soon as as soon as possible, because chatbots are the next big thing. All of the big uh, uh, social networks are there. They have opened their APIs. They have opened their messaging APIs to chatbots, and you can just build one bot and directly access 1 billion customers, which are all there on those messaging platforms. And it makes a lot of sense too, right? All of the millennials that are there today, so people aged 18 to 35, they are not interested in typing, in emailing or in calling. They are more interested in typing and doing text messages, right, on WhatsApp, Cake, Telegram, or whatever the medium may be, right? The medium differs from one country to the other, but the idea of chatting is something that is across the world. So that is why it makes complete sense for businesses to start taking a step forward into chatbots, and especially with voice and VR, AR becoming mainstream technologies, it becomes even more. It makes much more sense, because you won't have a keyboard while you're sitting at home, in your drawing room and sipping a cup of coffee, but you definitely can, shout out commands through your voice to Alexa or to Google Home. So this is why it makes sense. There are a lot of success stories, but I don't want to get into success stories as of now. Let me talk about some use cases so that you understand what chatbots are and where where they can benefit you actually. So think about personal assistant. So this is what Alexa, Facebook M, Google Home, and your Google Assistant have been trying to do. Siri obviously have been trying to do for a long time now, and this is a very big market, but this market is generally dependent on the platform. So that means that if you are on Android, you'll use Google Assistant, and if you have iPhone, you'll use Siri, right? So there's not much that developers like you and me can do about it right now, but there's specific use cases that you can tap. For example, there's a company called X.ai, and there are a lot of other startups as well who are doing very specific stuff. So for example, you can create a bot to do, setting up the time for a meeting for you is taken care by the bot completely. So once you know that you're going to meet this person, you can just get it over to X.ai to find out the time in your calendar and put it there. There are a lot of other examples as well for this. But I think you got what I'm getting to. The second thing is FAQs. So it must have happened with you as well that you are searching for something online, you visit the website, then you have some sort of questions. Now, FAQs generally tend to be very, very tedious to go through, right? A lot of questions, and I don't want to ask I want some single particular question to be answered, and I have to go through the whole list. And the searching is also pretty bad, right? So imagine if all the FAQs in the world could be converted into chatbots. You could ask your specific question, and right there in the window, without going to the FAQ section, right there in the window that you are in, you can just type a question that, okay, I want to learn about the size of this product. Can I get a better cost? Or does this product come in red? Things like this. So chatbots can add really a good amount of value in frequently asked questions or doubts that the consumers have while talking to a business. Apart from them, they also make a lot of sense in healthcare. So the last time you went to your doctor, he must have asked you a whole lot of questions about you, about yourself, your family, your health in the past, right? Now they generally do this via asking you through a form or by directly talking to you while you're in the examination room, right? So instead of this, I believe if each and every hospital, each and every doctor just give you a particular bot to talk to, it will be able to, remember all your medicines and all your ailments and all your treatments, and directly have a conversation with you, which the doctor can then access whenever he wants, right? So a lot of interesting ideas. Let me just take you through another one. So everyone today makes their CV, right? CV is the traditional format, two pager, five pager, whatever the page line might be. It is just content that we fill up, right? And what traditionally happens is when you go for an interview, what is an interview? It is a conversation. So I strongly believe that CVs should also become more conversational in nature, and that can happen via chatbots. Apart from this, all of the businesses, so for example, Domino's, Pizza Hut, all of them will have chatbots which will deployed across all platforms, so that people don't have to download apps. Because see, for a business, you have to first make an app, which is insanely more tough than a chatbot. Then you have to make sure that people download and retain it, which is a hell of a job itself. The amount of the number of apps people are downloading these days has averaged out to zero, right? So it is becoming insanely more tough. customer acquisition cost is high, retention is very very low. It's tough. So that's why you'll see more and more businesses shifting to chatbots. uh, and then there are a lot of other bots as well. So I'll typically take example of two, that is Near Group and Swelly. They are like the top bots on Facebook Messenger right now. Both of them don't have a business perspective, but one is about taking opinions on products. The other one is about talking to anonymous chatting. Both of these just started off as simple ideas by the founders, and today they are exploding. So they have like they're doing millions and millions of chats a day, and they're exploding across the globe. Sitting in their respective countries, they have been able to tap millions of people chatting on these with these bots daily, and that is the power that chatbots on such famous messaging platforms offer to you as a developer. That's all about uh, why you should build a chatbot. Now let's go back and talk about how do you build one. So there are a lot of platforms which you can use for intent entity extraction, which are basically the building blocks of making any bot. Before I go on how to build one, let me just take a step back and talk about the two main important pillars of building a bot. So each and every interaction that you have either with a person or with a business has a particular flow. Obviously, this video that I made today has a flow. I can't start out while speaking this particular sentence, but I had to start out with the introduction, telling you about chatbots, and then coming to this part of the conversation, right? Similarly, when you book an Uber, what do? You give your initial location first, your destination, and then you choose the type of Uber, right? And then book it. You can't just book it first and then choose the type of destination, choose your destination, right? So each and every conversation that you have has to have a flow, and so that is one important part of making chatbots. The other important part is obviously the intent and entity extraction. That is the natural language understanding part. So if a user is saying that I want to eat pizza, you must have the capability to understand what he just said and respond accordingly, right? So these are the two basic building blocks. You can find a lot of you can build a bot by using some open source libraries like Apache OpenNLP or Stanford OpenNLP, which are like the two best NLP open source NLP libraries out there. But there's still a lot of work to be done on your side, because they are a library at the end of the day, right? So there are a lot of other platforms as well which allow you to build bots. As I mentioned, I'm the founder of Chatteron, which is one such platform which allows you to build chatbots without any coding in less than 5 minutes. So basically, how we do that is we give you a place to create the flow of your conversation, and then we give you a place wherein you can create some intents and add some examples to those intents without any coding. So you don't need any coding. You just need to give me 5 or 10 examples per intent, and you are ready to go. So that is the power that our platform Chatteron. You can visit it at www.chatteron.in and access all of the bot building tools from today itself. So that is about platforms. Now I would like to end this on a note saying that all of us are obviously very very enthused about doing something in life, right? And the problem is all of us think about doing something, and there are a lot of hurdles in the way, right? Either it's a job, either you don't get time. But the problem is not that we don't get time, but the problem is we don't know how to make time. My appeal to you today is to just go out, think out, and get somewhere around 5 to 6 hours a day, where I'm sure you must get 5 to 6 hours away from your office or from your college or whatever you're doing today, and spend it on building something that you actually want to. And you never know, ideas do not matter. What matters is execution, and if you are really 100% into doing what you want to do, you can do it. And believe me, with the tools that are present today, you can do an MVP on a chatbot in like less than 10 minutes. So my friend, he had to start a business selling second-hand bikes online. So he does not know any coding. So what he did was to simply, make a chatbot on our platform Chatteron, and within 10 minutes he had an MVP, right? So that is the power of technologies that have come up today, of the chatbot technology. There are a lot of DIY apps that you can do also, right? So my point to you today is that you can do a MVP really really fast. So please whatever you want to do, just take out the time, just get into it and stop waiting. Nothing is going to happen. Nothing is going to happen on itself. You have to put in those hours, you have to put in that effort so that it happens. With that note, I hope you listen to me. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. You have the time, you're just not able to find it, you're just not able to take it out, and you can definitely do it. So please uh, do it. Just do it, right? As Nike says, just do it. And have a great day. Bye bye.